Fortnite Battle Royale with my friend, and let's hop into the video. I don't know why he's doing orange justice right now. I guess I'll dance too. Alright, let's get to the video. Okay.
Hi.
Okay, so Jesus Christ. Why are you the dark void?
What?
Could you please be the blue streak?
Okay.
And put on the precision backpack?
The precision?
A lot of you
Yeah.
wanted a part 2 to the clown story.
I have that
So I
on.
figured with all the clown stuff still going
Okay.
on, this would be the best time to do one more of these.
Hey,
Yeah?
did you get my family request yesterday?
No.
3 days ago, I had an encounter with one of those crazy clowns that everyone's hearing about lately. Most people are running into them on the road in the safety of their cars. I, however,
Okay, where you
much
wanna
more
go?
disturbing encounter.
Rachel,
Massachusetts,
Fatal,
my road was enclosed by trees with a long, winding.
Wanna go fatal?
During the day,
Sure.
I was cutting down a
I'll get the house.
Alright.
Go there.
my property. That's when I first saw him. Or a guy dressed as a clown, walking
Wait,
down the
yeah,
road
I'm
and
gonna
stopping very slowly right at the center.
Okay,
of the
I have
start
a
of my
game
driveway.
plan that we're gonna do.
He very gradually
We're gonna
had
loot
to face me.
Fatal. If there's any intruders, we'll go.
I had to give him credit. His clown
annihilate
costume
them.
was terrifying.
Then
The mask
we'll
looked
go
horrible.
into this mountain, see if there's maybe
I
a
chuckled
vending
to
machine
myself and
and loot
smiled
up
in
there.
his direction.
Okay.
Judging by everyone else's experiences,
Okay,
I was
okay.
expecting him to start bluff charging me.
Does it look
But
like
he
we
didn't.
have anybody?
He just turned his head back to the
We
road and kept walking.
might have one
I
duo.
would have said something, but I guess I just
I
didn't
think
care
we have
enough.
one duo. Yeah, we have one duo, but
My usual
yeah,
locking
we have
up
one
of the
duo.
shed outside.
No, we just have a solo guy.
When I got inside to start,
Oh, his friend came. His friend came.
I thought I heard something coming from.
He was heading to the.
I opened the kitchen door a little more, but all I could hear was the wind.
Crap.
I shut the window completely now and resumed making the food. I almost had a heart attack when there was a heavy, aggressive knocking coming from that same window I just shut. My whole body immediately went into panic mode. I felt every body part shaking, and my heart thumping twice as much than usual. I took the knife I had sitting on the counter and brought myself to look out the window, but it was literally too dark to even see past the glass. Once again, I took the courage to do something I felt needed to be done, which was this time to turn on the patio light and go outside. So I went over to the back sliding glass door in my kitchen, put my finger under the light switch, afraid to flip it, waiting for a good 5 seconds, and finally did it. The horror I was afraid to experience out there came prematurely before I could even step outside. The patio light exposed the same clown from earlier, standing right outside the sliding glass door, head tilted like a dog, staring at me behind the ugly mask. I could have and probably should have opened the door there and then and stabbed the guy, or at least threatened him. But it's so easy to think back and say I should have done that. Instead, I simply ran upstairs to the telephone where I called the police. I heard banging on the heavy glass door downstairs.
Is that you?
all the way
Is that
up
you?
to the
Yeah.
bedroom. And it got worse as the clown started pounding with both hands repeatedly as opposed to the slow and steady knocking he was giving before. It got the worst when the clown started screaming like a psychotic asylum patient over the sounds of the pounding on the door. I felt like I was going to die. Literally every minute that went by that the cops hadn't arrived yet felt like 5 minutes. The screaming and banging finally came to a stop when I heard a familiar voice outside yelling, "What the hell are you doing?" and "Get the fuck out of here." I looked out the window to see Marv, my neighbor, walking over with a rifle in his hand. When I went outside to greet and thank him, he told me the clown ran off into the woods. The cops arrived briefly after that and took down my description, did a quick 5-minute sweep of the property, and left. Marv let me crash at his place for the night just in case. We don't play with shit when it comes to our well-being and safety. So yeah, at the time I'm sharing this, that was only 3 days ago, in the midst of all this clown horror.
Yeah, mine up some mats here.
There
Alright.
was this Instagram account made.
You need a
It was
shotgun.
supposedly made by clowns who threatened to come to my school. Of course, it was
You need a shotgun.
police were called.
Nah, I got a common tack.
The time the clowns said they would come was around 11 a.m. So by the time 11 o'clock came around, everyone was freaking out. I, on the other hand, along with a couple other friends, knew it was probably fake and wasn't going to happen. I even heard a story where someone saw a clown at the local pool and chased a pier of my rounds. I didn't believe it though. But
Are you
anyway,
watching
around
like
11
horror
Mr. Nightmare?
stories?
the panicked voice of my vice principal come over the loudspeaker and say, "We are now going into lockdown. Please
Are you
shut
watching
the
horror
doors."
stories?
I started to get a little freaked out, but kept my
Yeah, I'm watching Mr.
We
Nightmare.
all huddled in the corner of the room out of sight of the door, the normal procedure. We had to stay there for an hour and a half, just waiting in silence. The vice principal's voice eventually
You like
came
these
back onto
vids?
the intercom, and he said we were free to go since it was the end of the day. To say the least, I was relieved. I gathered my things and started going home. My house was about a mile away from the school, so the walk was about 20 minutes. I jammed my earbuds in about a minute into the walk. I have to walk past a couple strips of forest, which today of all days kind of freaked me out, but I didn't really let it bother me too much. About 5 minutes into my walk, I was passing the forest when I saw someone wearing
Someone's
very
near over
bright
here.
colors. I looked away.
Come over
and
here.
told myself it's just in my head, but I looked
Someone's
back
near?
and saw it again.
Yep, I
He
can
was
smell
wearing
them.
white and yellow polka-dotted baggy pants, except its entire outfit.
Oh,
was
they're up on the
dirty.
mountain, probably. Oh, I see him, I see
He
him.
was wearing a yellow button-up top kind of thing. That was all ripped
Hit
and
him.
dirty as well. It had a mask on with red hair puffing out of it. Its head was tilted, and it was just standing, staring at me. It started to laugh
Help.
hysterically, and then started running towards me. I screamed and dropped my bag, and ran back to the school to find a police officer there.
I just got a scar.
He
Legendary.
cursed under his breath. Him and a bunch of other police officers got in their cars to go drive over there. Truthfully, I'm not sure if the clown got caught or not, but I would sure like to hope that he did. Rumors went around school that a clown did actually walk up to the front door of the school, threatening to come in. I didn't see it, so I don't know for sure, but it's possible that this was the same clown. The police went on a manhunt for him around the area I told them about, but the clown was likely gone and hiding in the woods. That means this clown remains free to scare and terrorize more people, along with the rest.
He's behind you, behind you. He's got an AR. He's that new skin with the paint one,
October
paint
7th,
guy.
2016. It's like
Yeah, I'm dead.
walking home to my friend's house a little buzzed. He lives almost a mile away. I stopped at the T intersection of two roads and a trail.
Oh man.
There's no lights in there, but it's a definite shortcut that I always take during the day. Admittedly, I was wary of going in there simply because I found it creepy at night.
We got double teamed. Oh, my friend's here.
You hear me?
Yeah,
It
Okay.
sounded like more
my,
people.
my friend's here.
Normally I wouldn't find
Oh,
it too
okay.
weird. It was a Friday night though.
We're
and sometimes
streaming.
kids would go into the woods to smoke.
I'm
after all.
streaming.
But still, with the thought of
Yeah,
all
he's
this
streaming.
clown stuff going on, especially in my area, I feared for the worst. I covered the light from my phone as I was trying to turn it off, and tiptoed around a big tree to hide. When the sounds got closer, it became obvious that they were footsteps, just as I feared. In the back of my mind, I knew the odds of running into clowns in the woods was next to none. I just also wanted to avoid contact with anyone in the woods at this hour. It soon became apparent that there were two people walking by. I tried to remain as quiet as possible, hoping they
Can
didn't
you
see
just
the
like
light.
kick him or something? Oh,
These
there we
two
go.
people weren't talking at all, though. I could only hear their shoes hitting the leaves on the trail. That is, hitting the leaves up until around where I was standing. Then they stopped. I got that painful feeling in my heart and stomach area that you get whenever something shocking or scary happens. I daringly stuck my head around the tree, and I could see two people standing there in the darkness, and I immediately recognized their bizarre attire. These were two clowns. It didn't feel real. I even imagined this exact scenario playing out in these woods, and here it was happening now. I knew they would have seen the light, that's why they were stopped. They knew I was hiding somewhere. The question was, what were they going to do to me? It was the most tense moment of my life. However, it only lasted maybe 20 seconds. Then I heard the two
Where are
clowns
we going?
continue walking down the trail.
Hmm?
They were far enough away.
Where are we
I
going?
hopped up and ran for the other side of the woods,
Oh, where do you wanna
not
go?
caring how much noise I made. My house was across the street
Good
from the
choice.
woods, so as soon as I made it across, I was basically home. My mom was already asleep by then, so I went around back and unlocked the... Missing No is a Pokemon species found in the video games Pokemon Red and Blue. It's called Missing No because it stands for missing number. It appears when the game tries to obtain access to data for non-existent Pokemon species. If caught,
What's that?
Missing No has been reported to corrupt the save file. This is a very common FIFA glitch, especially if there are a lot of animations going on, and if it is played online. There have been reports of
Scar?
animal ghosts appearing in Zoo Tycoon. A rumor began going around that when the animals die, they turn into ghosts. However, there is no evidence of this, and the reports have been shrugged off as glitches.
Oh,
The creepiest glitch in Witcher is Geralt's distorted face. Although his face
Are you
was
okay?
distorted, making it more creepier
Yeah.
than he was, he remained fully
Okay.
functional. Players were usually able to fix the
I
glitch
hear a
by
lot
changing
of fighting
locations
out
or
there. I
reloading
wonder
the
if you're
game.
in that.
In Super Smash Bros. Brawl, there was a creepy glitch caused by players hacking the game. Players hacked the game to switch the abilities and moves of different characters into one, in order to create a character with the abilities and moves that they preferred. However, by changing this not only changed the abilities, but also the character's physical appearance, causing some creepy deformities. This glitch is caused by killing someone, saving, and then returning to the game. The dead characters look like this because the game thinks that a dead character should be a pile of body parts, but during the glitch, it forgets to tell them on the floor, resulting in the parts returning to its default position. Some of them will even walk around and have conversations with the players. When starting the game, a rare glitch caused players and enemies to appear stretched and distorted. It was reported that the cause was from corrupted data or from the disk being dirty.
I got a kill.
Same.
Me too. Everybody's got one kill.
Get it. I can't. Where are y'all? I can't find you. Oh look.
Help, Savage and Nikki.
Yeah.
You okay? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good. Like, are you about? If you come over here, I know where band-aids are. I can help you. I can show you the way.
All that took was fault damage.
Oh, I also have shields. There's the band-aids. If I come to my room right here, there's band-aids and shields.
Alright, I'm coming.
That's turning off. I know where more are. Right here. Just go up, second floor.
Look at my shooting. Oh. I need some. Dang, somebody shot me down.
What is this lag?
This glitch occurs in the attic of Luigi's mansion when lightning flashes outside. When the light flashes, we see Luigi's shadow hanging himself in the back wall. The glitch was confirmed to be a lighting glitch, which caused the shadow to spawn above the floor rather than on it.
They need to
While
fix
wandering
this
around the
game.
deserts, you may find some disturbing things. Fans call them
The pump
manimals.
did
They look like a cross
29
between a
damage to the
human and an
head.
animal.
A
You
tag
may
could
come
do
across
more
bird
than a foot
people
shot.
flying around the sky by flapping their arms, cougar men who charge to attack you, and snake men who stare at you from out of their twisted bodies. In the early versions of the game, some players would appear extremely large and deformed. It was later patched due to several people reporting the glitch. In the early versions of the game, Dr. Mitchell's head spinning around was one of the creepiest glitches in the game reported. Not only would his head begin to spin, but he would also start to float around the room in a distorted position.
I'm done.
Tells you you're right anyway. Stuff that matter. Okay. No sense keeping
What's that,
you in
dude?
bed anymore.
What's that?
Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that Vega tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race. We're looking good so far.
If you know what I mean.
New Lysol Daily Cleanser. Leaves no harsh chemical residue.
Go with Cass bundles. Get the big place.
Generally not sleeping.
Someone laying at the roof.
Every so often,
Two people
I
laying
feel
on the
an ache
roof,
on my arms,
and someone
like a loose
all laying
hair falling
down,
on them.
like
I
at the
brush it
middle.
off and go back to staring at the computer. Happening more frequently, I started wondering if I was just imagining things. In
Try and get to the
2005,
top-
a
try
young
and get
woman
to the
living in a
roof.
remote farmhouse who was taking care of her ill elderly grandmother was suddenly awoken from a nap by a loud and crazed screaming. After rushing to her grandmother's room, she saw her cowering under the sheets like a little girl. The young woman, whose name has not been disclosed, shook her grandmother vigorously to get her attention. When the grandmother finally regained composure, she claimed that she saw a red figure standing by the door, one that she could only describe as Satan. The grandmother stated that she has never hallucinated in her life, and that she knows what she saw was real.
A 67-year-old retired teacher came to the hospital claiming that she had visions of odd-looking faces hovering over her. But she wasn't going crazy, and laboratory tests also ruled out 2 common causes of hallucination: infection and drug interactions. In fact, the patient and her family were so concerned in the days before she came to the hospital, they asked a priest about performing an exorcism. The woman drew a picture of what she saw. The faces had large teeth, eyes and ears, and a horizontally elongated shape, like a football. It was determined that the woman had a condition called Charles Bonnet syndrome. Patients with the syndrome may see small people and animals, bright moving shapes, or distorted faces. These hallucinations are purely visual. No sounds accompany them.
In 1995, a man named Tomakar
Alright guys, this will be the end of the broadcast, and see y'all later.
locked himself in his bedroom.
The only reason that I'm ending the
completely
broadcast
depressed and
now is
devastated.
because
One night, he woke up to
there's not
discover
really a
the
lot
wooden
to
floor
see
cracking
or
as if
anything,
pressure was
so
being